Welcome to the Kicking Up Dust YouTube channel. Today I've got a guest with me. He's a known rapper in the UK, known as Stoner. We actually come from the same town, so this is the first time I've actually met him, but we know of each other. What are you saying?
Yeah, man. Big up, love for having me on here as well, man. I appreciate that.
You know, I've seen your videos like going back years, you know, and a lot of the times, some of the videos are in London, right?
Yeah.
I know you on the scene in London.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, just want to know about your background, where your parents are from, and stuff like that.
Okay, so background, my parents are originally from Barbados. That's in the Caribbean. I got how much brothers now? 2, 3, 4 brothers, 2 sisters. You get me? And yeah, but I grew up with one of my brothers.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying, and one of my sisters.
And growing up, you were born and raised in the UK?
Yeah, I was raised in Reading. Yeah.
Okay, you were raised in Reading.
Yeah.
And as when you were young, what did you get up to?
What all kids get up to, you know what I mean? School, we tried through school. I ended up smoking. That's when I started smoking.
At what age?
Year 9, so like 14. I started smoking from then.
So that was in Whitley, basically?
Yeah, I went to school in Caversham.
Okay.
High Down.
Yeah, High Down. Okay,
yeah, but I lived in Whitley.
Okay. But how did it happen, though?
Chilling around my friends, man, just around people that I thought were my friends, you know what I'm saying? But then I'm growing up seeing my uncle smoke and that, so probably I thought it was cool or something, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I want to try that, you know what I'm saying? So.
And that's it, from that age, you've continued it like throughout,
basically, yeah.
Seriously.
Bro. Yeah.
And after you left like secondary school, what did you do? Like,
so after year 11 now, I done a year in 6th form, then I went to college. And this is where my eyesight thing started playing up.
And when you say playing up, what do you mean?
So my eyes started, so I banged out a year in 6th form. I took like a year off, then I started college. Yeah. So I'm like 18, 19 here now. And yeah, my eyes started going bad. So like, I couldn't like see the board and that in the class and that, you know what I'm saying? And I used to use like anyone knows, I used to use like a little magnifying glass like to see my phone or like to read certain things, you know what I'm trying to say? But I couldn't see to walk, but like just to read things and that, it was a bit mad. And then I banged that out, then my exams are come now, and this is where my eyesight's gone. I lost my eyesight when my exams was about to start.
How old were you? I
was like 20. I was going on 20. I'm 27 now, so 6 years. So I was like 20.
Yeah.
And this is Reading Carnival Day as well. So I was out that day probably like, I don't know. Everyone knew I was out that day on my own, you get me? So I've come home to like put a jacket on because it started raining. Yeah. And I've gone to run out my yard and that's when my sight went.
And building up to that, didn't the doctor say anything though? Or didn't you go?
Nah, I've had bare bro. When I say over like 30, 40 operations, like I've had so many operations on my eyes. And they even put like this little oil bubble thing at the back. Like you could still see it in the back of my eye now when they look in my eye. Yeah. Where my eye was meant to stay just in the sight what I had, you get me? It wasn't meant to go. My sight wasn't meant to go. The doctors never ever told me one day you're going to lose your sight, you get me?
Wow, and so you had no idea that this might happen?
Nah, not at all. I never thought, I knew my eyes were getting bad, but I didn't think I would be fully blind, you know what I'm trying to say?
Seriously?
Yeah, mad, like, it was crazy, bro.
And should they have known though? Was it like...
Should I have known what they're doing to me, not what they're meant to do to me? I should have known what... Bro, so basically, when money start coming involved now and I've gone to the highest doctor I possibly could go to in Manchester, his name's Professor Stanger. Yeah. He's the only guy that made a bionic eye. And to be honest, with my situation, it didn't matter how much money was on the table at this point. This is what, 4 or 5 years ago now. there wasn't no like solution, you know what I mean? But when he looked in my eyes, he basically sat back and was like, why have they done this? I got bare scars at the back of my eyes and that. So my operation would have been like 8 operations. And this is what he told me, innit? Like 8 I would have to do plastic surgery at the back of my eyes and these things, you know what I'm saying? So it would have got a bit techie, but I got some next, like he done a scan where I had some ink put into my hand up to here, and it would have led to like a certain vein or something where it leads to the back of my eyes to see how much blood's flowing at the back of my eyes. If there was enough blood, I would have done the operation, but there wasn't enough blood flowing at the back of my eyes. So he said, I'm not going to take all this money and knowing that I can't. You know what I'm saying? But so then he dropped it on me like, yo, like I've gone into operations, looked in the eye and thought I couldn't do something. But when I'm in the, when I'm doing the operation, I could do way more. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a kind of 60-40 gamble. Really.
And how long ago was this?
This is 4 or 5 years ago.
Before you lost your sight?
Nah, this is when I've lost my, like, this is after all these operations. I'm blind at this point now. So this was like my last, what's the word? Like, I didn't know who else to go to after this guy, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is the main. This guy is something else.
He's
he's
basically
the man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And you said you were like going to the carnival when it happened.
Yeah.
Like I think I heard in the interview you said you went to get your jacket.
Yeah.
And it just went.
When I'm going to run out my door, bro, I'm running down my stairs like perfectly fine. As I open the door, you know what I'm saying.
And what did you think is going on?
At this point, I'm wearing contact lens. So I thought my contact lens, where they would, because you could get soft contact lens or hard ones. Where it was the hard ones, I thought, because if you out in the like cold, like outside, and you come into a warm place, they might steam up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was going on, because it weren't like my vision didn't go black. It was like a cloud. You know what I'm trying to say? So I took out my contact lens, whatever I done, washed it, whatever, put it back in, and I can't see nothing. So I'm sitting there now, and I just said, nah, man. There's no, and I'm smiling when I'm saying it. I said, nah, I can't, it's not happening, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And the maddest thing is, I was with a girl in my house, and I said, I had to go and do something, and I said, go to the carnival, I'm going to meet you there. And on my mother's life, bro, this girl looked back to me and said, something's going to happen to you. I promise you, she looked back at me, she's walking towards the taxi, and she looked back at me and she said, you know something's going to happen to you, you know.
Wow.
And I just said, go, man.
You know, pay attention to it.
Yeah, nah, bro. And my sight went.
So, from that point on, did you go to the hospital straight away, obviously?
Yeah, I sat there for about half an hour. And this is when I start calling. I can't see now, and so I'm calling everyone, and I can't get hold of no one because everyone's at carnival. Plus the signal's bad there. Like when anyone knows at carnival, the signal's not, when you're in there, like in that field, the signal's not good at all. You know what I'm saying? So I can't get hold of no one for time. Then the person who I mentioned earlier, who I know from London, he come and picked me up. We went straight to hospital.
Picked you up and he took you to hospital?
Yeah.
And what were you thinking? What was running through your head, man?
Bruv, I was just sat there thinking, like, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, waiting on the doctor. The doctor said my blood vessels are burst. So the blood's blocking my vision. So I'm thinking, yeah, this is light work now. All right, cool. I can operate this and wipe the blood off. You get me? That happened. Sight come back for 2 weeks and went again till today. This time here, it was a hemorrhage and a semi-detached retina that blocked my vision. It was blood blocking my vision at that point. So I had an operation, bang, the next day. And then 2 weeks after that, my sight went, bro. And
when it came back for that 2 weeks, was it normal again?
Not fully back, just how my sight was. Like I could walk about on my own, yeah. Yeah.
And then when it went again the second time?
I was in the bath, bruv.
At home?
Yeah. I'm laid in the bath, looking about, and I'm like,
did you think that there's a chance that this might happen, or you thought I'm cool now?
Yeah, because I thought they said it's only my blood vessels. It's not. It's calm. You know what I'm saying? It's only blood blocking my vision. So I thought, yeah, all right, cool.
And then obviously you went back to the hospital.
What, when my sight went
the second time?
Yeah, straight hospital, straight out.
And what
the
did
bath,
they say?
bro. Fully detached retina.
And that happened that 2-week period.
2 weeks after, bro. Literally 2 weeks.
And they said there's nothing they can do. What did you go through? Like, I know obviously I've watched your interviews, and you talked about it. Most of my viewers probably haven't watched it. You know?
Bro, mad. First, I don't know, 6 to 8 months, crazy, bro. Like, man, smoking and not even getting high. You know what I'm saying? I was quite numb to everything. Like, man, them are trying to make me laugh. I can't laugh. Like,
understandably though, man.
You know what I'm saying? I was quite cold to everything. I'm angry now. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm trying to say?
But you know, just from me, like, observing the way you're dealing with it, like, I respect it. Like, you know, you move about, do your thing, you know. Like, I see you on TV programs, I see you over here doing this, doing that, man. So I respect that, you know.
Appreciate
like,
that.
You ain't letting knock you down, you know.
It did, first year, I was, you can imagine, and you know what I'm saying? Even like with girls.
No, I can't imagine.
Yeah,
I'll be real with you. No one can imagine that. Bro.
It's crazy. Like, from having your sight not to having it's mad. It's a mad change, and I'm probably still adapting now. Like, I'm still learning new things now. Senses and all these things, like energies and all of that.
Has it increased your, like,
everything? I could, bro.
Because I saw that thing on your phone earlier. I couldn't even understand that, and you were just like fluent at it.
Sound like another language.
I was like, yo, that's deep, man. But like, man, I can't. None of us could imagine. Like, what you were going through, what you are going through, man. No one could imagine that.
It's mad because, like, as well, with my mum, someone threw acid in my mum's face, innit? And she lost her sight, you know what I'm trying to say? So before I lost my sight, I could see, and I was helping my mum, you know what I'm trying to say? And it switched around because my mum now has got some sight, but she had an eye transplant, you know what I'm trying to say? And it kind of, it's weird, bro. It's weird, like, my life is just...
How long ago did someone throw acid in mum's face?
My sister's 17 now, so 17 years ago.
17 years ago? Well, locally?
16 years ago. No, this happened in London.
Oh, in London, yeah?
Yeah.
And she lost sight in both eyes?
Yeah.
Wow, and this is before the whole... Everyone's throwing acid at each other.
Yeah, this is way before. Back. This person had a thing against my mum, you know?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And so now her sight is back to a certain...
She can cook and she can walk about her house, and you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, so she's had a transplant, you said,
yeah? First person to have an eye transplant, man, and it worked, you know?
She was the first person to have one, yeah?
Yeah.
And it worked?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, trust me, man.
You know, now one thing I'll say, man, like, you see them tests there?
Yeah.
Like, not everyone's strong enough for them tests there, you know? Like, that's, you know, you're a strong dude for... even the way you came here today and everything, you know? Because when you call me and say I'm on my way, I was like, yo, he's going to be, but you come by yourself. I was like,
man. Come on, man.
I see you, you know what, you don't let it knock you down. I watched that program of yours on BBC Two.
Yeah.
What was the show called again? Let the people know.
Blind Ambition. It's on BBC iPlayer, yeah.
So there's a program on BBC iPlayer called Blind Ambition.
Yeah.
I watched it. Like, my man, he's just jamming in there, you know, and whatever. And it's a good program to watch.
Yeah. Everyone liked it, man.
BBC iPlayer,
and it's not just like down. It makes you laugh.
A lot of positivity.
Yeah.
That's one thing I noticed. You know, it's not like you know, there's a lot of positivity in the show.
Yeah.
You know, you're a rapper.
Yeah.
When did that come about in your life?
Like, man was always messing about from school days and all that. You know what I'm trying to say, but. When man lost my sight, that's when, like, I need to do something now with my life. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm sat here, I'm smoking, I'm spending money on things that I shouldn't be. Like, let me invest in myself now. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I had to do something, bro, and it helped me. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. I have to do something, and I was depressed, bro. I had to I was sitting in my room not doing nothing. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Probably making the situation worse, right?
Yeah. So when I started branching out and hitting up people and like with no shame, you know what I'm trying to say? They're like, yo, I want to link you, bro. This is when things started happening. You know what I mean?
So did you meet Gigs before you start rapping or after?
Just as I started, kind of thing, like, just before, like, just before. But as I'm in the groove now, you know what I'm saying? I'm making songs, whatever. Before I linked, rest in peace, Black the Ripper, yeah. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I heard the name before. Yeah,
yeah. And he's the one that kind of like, so tell a lie, Brixton, our dads, Show Shallow, all them man, Jaja Souls and all them man. I linked up with them man. Started, them man heard man rapping, said, blood, go in the studio, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? Started, this is when I'm in Brixton all the time now, you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm making music, they're patterning the videos for me, whatever. That man said, you have to release music, you know what I'm saying? As I'm dropping music, I've linked up with like Black the Ripper now. And we've just connected because we're both smokers, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, sorry, bro. And he's put my mixtape together.
Yeah.
So I've dropped my mixtape. As soon as I dropped that, Gigs has posted it. Now we're chatting properly now, you know what I'm saying? But this is just over Insta, whatever.
Yeah.
And one day I messaged him, I said, yo, fam, on your next show, let me open up for you, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're chatting now, you know what I mean? And he said, what are you saying about the tour? I said, put me down, man. And we never spoke until we linked at the tour.
Oh, so you never saw him in person until at the tour?
Nah.
So he showed
we spoke, but we never,
but never like physically linked, basically.
Nah.
And how many concerts did he do or shows?
Tell a lie. We might have linked before. I'm lying. We might have linked before in one of his. He used to do like secret little parties, innit?
Yeah.
Where he just does his thing there, or whatever. I think we linked definitely before the tour. Yeah, we must have. Yeah.
How many venues was the tour roughly?
Like it was like 8. The whole week, bro. Every night I'm waking up in a different city. He had the tour buses, everything. It was mad, bro.
And you opened up on every single one of his shows?
Yeah. He bust, man.
What year was that?
017 or 018. I think it's 018.
Gigs has been around for a very long time.
Yeah, trust me.
I think
10 years later, he's doing his own tour.
He originally bust, I think it was 07 or 08.
Yeah.
That's when he like actually bust.
Yeah.
And his name became quite popular.
In your time, he must have been popping then, innit?
Yeah, when I came out of prison.
Yeah. How old was you then?
I was like 26.
Okay.
So I think he's similar age. I think me and him, we're
similar. Yeah,
similar
definitely.
ages.
Yeah, definitely.
So, so what it was, you know, first of all, I got clarified I'm a Muslim, so we're not allowed to, you know, get really involved in music and stuff. Yeah. So when I was on the roads, we grew up on Tupac and Biggie. Like my man over there as well.
Yeah.
Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z and stuff. There wasn't really a big UK rap scene. The first UK Brares I started listening to was SMS.
South Muslim Soldiers,
or Southman Syndicate.
Yeah. They got bare names.
Yeah, they got bare names. So they were the first guys, because I felt like a lot of other people were just trying to like kind of like copy the Americans.
Yeah.
So for me, like SMS, they came with our thing.
The UK
like
rap thing.
This is like a. I'm not saying only them. There's other people as well.
Yeah.
But there were at the same time, there's a lot of other people just making like American accents and all that, and I was like, yo, that's mad.
Yeah.
So SMS for me, like it was kind of like from the road, innit? So I think that must have been like 03.
Yeah.
You know?
That's mad.
So then I got locked up. I was in jail for a while. And then I'm hearing about this brother Gigs, you know, and I can't remember what track it was, but it might have been that track, you know, Gigs is the hardest.
If you're talking the hardest, yeah.
And
still bangs now, man.
So I've come out. I remember back then it was all CDs, innit? There's not no internet, Insta, none of that. I think YouTube might have just landed them times a few years before I got out, but mainly CDs. And all my brethren listen to gigs. Everyone's listening to gigs, innit? Because like, see what it was with gigs. He was certified, innit?
Yeah.
Do you understand? So obviously, when my man was certified, he like blew even more, innit?
Yeah.
Because he's verified on the roads, innit?
Yeah.
So I came out, my youngers were listening to gigs as well. I'm like, yo, you man know? But I thought it's me, it's a Joe thing, innit? So I'm thinking it's a Joe thing.
Yeah.
But now my man was popping on the roads, and then he come on a show locally.
Yeah.
And all the madness kicked off, between them and like in the club.
Yeah.
So that's when the police was trying to lock down his shows.
You reckon that's where it started from?
No, I don't think that's where it started.
Okay.
I think
but that played a part.
They used that justification, innit? I look everywhere. Come on, man. They were trying to close him down. Like, they were actually trying to close him down. They didn't want him on radio, nothing. Them times.
I even remember watching an interview, I think it was of him or some. Yeah, it must have been of him. And the Trident rang the label. He's about to sign a deal, and the Trident rang the label. So, like, he was getting shut down any way they possibly could, you know what I'm saying?
I think the police was probably following them at the shows. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
Everywhere they were going, because they were looking for justification.
Yeah.
To shut him down, innit?
Yeah.
And whatever. And I think they tried hard.
Yeah.
But I think once the internet blew up,
couldn't stop it.
Can't contain it now, innit? So you can't police a man online, innit?
Yeah.
You know? And whatever. So obviously after you linked him, so that was what, 4 years ago now?
Yeah.
It was like 4 years ago, yeah?
Yeah.
And what have you been doing since then?
I've dropped I drop music every now and then. Like in the last year, I've took a break, definitely. I needed to. I didn't stop dropping music, you know what I'm trying to say? I was making sure, like, every month something's coming out. Then it got a bit overwhelming. Not like I fell out of love with it, but, like, it just got a bit, like, I was more focused on music than my own self. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to take a step back, man. But I'm back on now still. I'm working on stuff now.
You know, when you were growing up, obviously the neighborhood you grew up in was quite rough.
Yeah.
You come from the south part of town, innit?
Yeah.
And we come from the west part of town.
Yeah.
And so our neighborhoods, back in the day, there was an issue between our neighbors. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah. I always used to hear your name growing up from a young. I always heard your name. You know what I'm trying to say? Always.
Yeah. So this was way before. You're young.
I'm young now.
You're young. Yeah.
I'm young, but in conversations when you're around older people, I was always around older people. You listen, innit?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I know the parts that I've heard. Yeah. I never heard nothing bad. I just heard, you know what I'm saying? Just be 100 with Donnie, you know what I mean? don't go on the left side, man. Just stay on the right side, you know what I'm saying? Which is understandable, though. You don't take no bullshit, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. I've never heard, like, you've gone and done someone wrong for... You wasn't a bully, do you know what I'm trying to say? So you never gone out your way to go and do someone wrong for no reason. But if someone's going to come and step on man's toes, you know what I'm trying to say? Come on, man.
Even when I'm... like when I was young, like real young, I kind of understood, like, to make money, you got to get on with people.
Yeah, even people you don't want to get on with.
But you can't make money in just one crowd, innit?
Yeah,
just know what I mean. Like, you've got to expand that crowd or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had a vision, innit? Like, in my head, I had a vision, like, of what I wanted to create.
Yeah,
I stuff like was wrong what I was doing, but nevertheless, I had the vision of what I wanted to do, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, growing up now, being this age now, because them man there, we talk now,
yeah.
We talk and whatever says is a minor. It's nothing.
That's good though, man. Yeah, for sure.
Let me ask you like a deep question. Like, you're going through something that most people won't understand.
Yeah.
People are going through different struggles in life. Some people got, like, mental health problems. Some people got, like, issues going on in their life. Like, as a man that has obviously been through, like, a big trial and you're maintaining. What advice would you give to people that are going through, like, difficulties?
Like the conversation we had earlier about when you're saying, like, it's a test that many people couldn't sometimes I think it depends on the individual as well, and like if you're willing to help yourself, you're gonna pull through it. You know what I mean? If you're not willing to, like, if you don't have the determination to like push through like what you're going through, it's not gonna help. So it's not gonna work. So you gotta build yourself up as a human individual, a strong individual, and say like there's way more to life than just sitting, being depressed, going through mental issues, like worrying what people think. Like that's in this day and age, this is what I realized, even with like my little sister, like everyone's worrying what everyone thinks. Worry what's going on with yourself, you know what I mean, before anything, you know what I'm trying to say.
100%.
Because it's not even a selfish thing as well. Like, if you're not good, people around you are always going to adapt to what you're kind of, like, the energy always has to be high, you know? So, like, I just say, just don't dwell on things. Do something, innit?
Nah,
don't just sit there. Do something about it. You get me?
That's serious, because you said that the first 12 months you were kind of down.
Depression. I didn't know what to do. You know, get me?
But you kind of realised that you got to get snap out of this.
Yeah, if I sit there, it's just gonna get worse. And this is something that I wanted to do. I've always wanted to like go to jails. Yeah, like not adult ones, like young offenders, and chat to the kids, innit? Like young kids. Just like about like, don't take things for granted. You get me? Man's done it. Like, I've done a lot of things, so I would never talk like this probably before I lost my sight. But like, don't take it for granted, man. You man can see, go and work. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
That's deep, man.
Like, go do something. You know what I mean?
That, you know, as a Muslim, yeah.
You
know, in the Quran, there's you know what you just said reminded me of something in the Quran. It said that it says in the Quran, Allah said, I'll summarize it, so I don't know, you know, off by heart. Said, which one of the favors of your Lord will you deny? You understand what that means?
No, explain.
So God has gave us blessings that we don't even appreciate.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just said, you man have got eyes.
Yeah.
You know, that's a favor from I'm a Muslim, so that's a favor from our Lord.
Yeah.
The tongue.
Yeah.
The fingers.
Speak,
everything, you know,
the
blessings from God, innit? You know, sometimes you see a man with like, he's had his legs blown off. Yeah. Like, he only understands the blessings now.
Yeah. What? So, there you go.
So it's basically what you said. You said something very profound.
Yeah.
You said you man could see. So go get a job.
Yeah, literally. Do you know what I'm saying?
But you know what? It's a lot of people not understanding what you just said. That what you said is so deep.
Yeah.
Because you understand what that means.
Yeah.
So in the Quran, it talks about, like, you know, God's favors. Like, you know, if God was to take away man's arms and fingers, and, you know, like, what you would do. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I had a Muslim brother that used to take me mosque, man, but he passed away, man. He used to come check me all the time at my house.
He was a good brother.
Yeah, take me mosques. Yeah, man.
He was a good brother. What religion are you?
Not. I lean to the Islam thing, you know. I haven't took Shahada or nothing, no. But Quran's in my room, bro. And I have it playing on my speakers in the morning and that. You know what I'm saying?
MashaAllah.
Yeah, man.
But you know what? Going back to like what you said, that like if you could tell the youths in jails and youth offenders.
Yeah, I'd love to. You know, that's something I would want to do still, because I know they're just all hard. Like when they see man and I start taking, look at my eyes, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, my eyes wasn't like this before. Do you know what I'm saying? Imagine you man go out there in the field now and someone, I don't know, something happens to your eyes, bro. You lot will regret it, man. This is what I mean when I was saying, like, I feel people forget about ourselves, innit? Like,
100%.
Like you said, you don't appreciate having legs until... Why does there something bad have to happen now to appreciate it? You know what I mean?
No doubt.
It's mad.
You know, at the end of the day, if you know you're doing something positive, like, you know that, innit?
Yeah, literally. Even the way how I found out about the podcast, like one of my Asian friends said, "Right, you see my man doing podcast." I said, "Don't lie, let me hear one." You get me? And as soon as I heard your voice, I said, "Oh shit, it's actually my man." You get me?
No,
Yeah.
so he sent you the first podcast.
Yeah, like he just sent me I think it might even have been you getting interviewed on another.
Oh, I think yeah. Sean Atwood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mad move.
Yeah, that was my first podcast I ever done.
Yeah.
You know the mad thing is like I've never done it before, innit?
Yeah. How did you feel doing that?
But I was thinking,
What even made, like, knowing what you've been through and everything you've been around and stuff like that, what made you wanted to, like, express this just for the younger kids, or like do you feel better now within yourself? Now are you getting stuff off your chest? Like,
you know, see, growing up here, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Growing as kids, yeah. Wasn't necessarily what kids should be doing to have fun.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was just fun doing stupidness, you know. But when you look back now, for example, like my son, I would never want my son to grow up the way we grew up.
Yeah.
You know, like beefing, not beefing, but you know, like, for example, when we were kids, like 11, 12 years old, and I'm sure it's exactly the same in your neighborhood. Like, so if you got a little issue with someone else your age, like, you got to fight them.
Yeah.
And the elders like encourage it.
Yeah. 1-on-1, man.
You understand what I mean? Like a peer pressure thing, like you got to fight.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Bro, if someone did that to my son now, bro, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Like if you, man, the elders go like, nah. Like, so growing up in environments like that is only gonna lead to youths going down the wrong road, isn't it?
Yeah.
You understand?
Sure.
So for me, it was a case of like, look, you know me, man's have been through it. Fully. So I'll tell man right now, it wasn't worth it. This, yeah.
One sec. Do you have regrets?
I have regrets about. Is that a complicated question? Okay.
Do you regret how, like, what you went through, what was happening? Do you regret the way you grew up?
No, you know.
That's good. That's good.
You know what it is? I can't change that, so there's no point.
Yeah.
You know, when you say regrets, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I could have a regret in my personal life.
Yeah.
You know, something like personal, you know, I should have dealt with that better.
Yeah.
It was there.
Yeah.
But as for that road life, like a lot of things, I can't lie and say I regret them.
Yeah.
You know, I was living it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was living it, innit?
Yeah.
You know, people don't understand that, like, bro, that's a dog eat dog world out there.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, you can't be feeling sorry for people in that life.
Yeah.
Because ain't no one gonna feel sorry for you.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Yeah, because just how it is.
Yeah.
But if it could be avoided, then why not?
Yeah.
You know, because I could look back and honestly say now, you do not want your child to go through things that you went through growing up.
Way, man.
You know, like, you don't want your child to get bullied at school for not having the right pair of trainers.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to go through them things there, you know.
Yeah.
Fighting, like, we had so many fights as kids. It was not normal, innit?
Yeah.
Just like, it's not normal, like,
Yeah.
normal, like, I'm not saying even normal people, but people from a certain class,
don't go
certain
through
background,
like that.
They don't go have like 20 fights by the time they're 15.
Nah.
You know, but I remember fighting in primary school.
Yeah.
You know, like, me and a couple of brethren from my neighborhood that were fighting in primary school. You know,
Yeah.
What's man doing? You know,
Yeah.
It's, you know, and the sad thing was, you see, like, maths.
Yeah.
I was really good at maths at school. I was not in like bottom set for really nothing.
Yeah.
But maths,
Smash
I was
it.
on point.
Yeah.
And the teacher used to say to me, "Yo, focus." But mentally it's gone, innit? Like, you're just so connected to.
Was distracted again.
You know.
Distracted again. Yeah.
And it kind of I truly 100% believe man could have went somewhere legally.
Yeah.
Somewhere proper. You know, I believe that. You know.
Yeah.
But didn't get the opportunity, innit?
Yeah.
Or messed up the opportunity. Because people don't understand, bro. You know what it is? I know successful people, innit?
Yeah.
If you know what it is, you see the places where we come from, where we're from, London, you know, Manchester, whatever it is, because we grew up in certain environments where we didn't have a lot, we want it now.
Yeah.
Like 17, 18, we want it right now.
But it's not your fault, though.
But the thing is, if you stay patient,
it will happen.
You go through qualifications or whatever.
Yeah, it's true.
Bro, by the time you're 30,
you're
good. Balling out.
Yeah, you're good.
Like you're balling, you know? But it's hard to make you understand who's 16, your weight, 30. He's up, bro, that's 14 years away.
Yeah, it's mad.
Like, I want to shine now.
Yeah.
You know, especially with all this Instagram stunting and things like that.
Literally, the kids are wearing the most designers now. Like, it's mad, bro.
Obviously, in like the near future, like, would you consider like going and talking to kids at youth centers and things like that?
I would love to do. That's something I want to do as well. Million percent. I've been to like 3 naughty schools. Like, I've been to like 3 different ones still.
How do the kids take to you?
They love Man G. They know who Man is, innit?
You got a very like cool. You know who your character reminds me of. Gigs.
Bro, but bare people say
bro, I'm not gonna lie, you know. I thought my man was related to Gigs. Like, you just very like just calm.
Bare people say it, man.
Yeah,
that's just everyone knows I'm like that. Anyway,
maybe that's why he took a liking to you.
Yeah, like man connected, bro. Like there's times like when we was on tour, and they just come and sit next to man, and they like say something like, "Bro, like, how do you do this? Like, is the like questions like, is the music loud?" I'm like, "Fam, of course it's loud." You get me? And they're just laughing. But I think he's more intrigued. Like, it's not normal for like. Before I lost my sight, I didn't think I'd be around a blind person. Do you know what I mean? So it's more like interesting, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? What's going through his head?
I've never like had a friend who's been, who's been blind. So it's like I don't like. It's deep in it. Even when I'm talking to you, I was like, I don't want to say something wrong.
Nah, say anything you want, bro. Man's never gonna take nothing personal.
But, like,
you know what I'm trying to say?
Just sitting there chatting to, it's like you're chatting to man, them, innit? Like man wouldn't even know.
Literally, a lot of people don't know. When I'm out, because I don't use a white stick or dog on that, and when I'm out, I'm holding on. See, I was holding on to you. It's just like people think I'm intoxicated. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's nothing like that. Until I showed them my eyes, were like, nah. Like the Sunday, I was at Reading Festival, bro.
The Sunday just gone, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Didn't it get cancelled?
Nah, Reading Festival's on the whole weekend.
Oh, sorry, you know about? I thought you about Carnival.
Oh yeah, Carnival did. Yeah, Reading Festival. I linked up with my guy. He performed there. Man went into the crowd, G, like this. Like, yeah, I gotta do it, bro. Like I said.
Now you moving forward with your life, man.
Yeah, man.
That's important, man. You know, sometimes you see people like they kind of like somehow manage to elevate themselves.
Yeah.
In a situation, from a difficult situation. You know?
Yeah.
And sometimes that's when you see them shine the most.
Yeah.
And maybe like. When you take things for granted, you can't elevate yourself like that.
Yeah, no, that's it, man. Bro, like I said, I went through my mum losing her sight, all this stupidness, and then I lost my sight. So my life was a downer for time, you get me? And then I had to do something, bro. I had to do something about it, you get me?
You know what I would like to do, yeah? Like, do like a little show, yeah?
Yeah.
Get like a few people on the table.
Yeah.
Maybe like a couple youngers and whatever. Like, you know, like obviously like a table, like 5-6 people on there.
Yeah.
And like have you on there as a guest. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
Like different
bro,
topics, man.
I know you from way before, so it's a near enough an honor to be even here chatting to man, one-to-one proper conversation. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm willing to help anywhere I can, bro, because I know how this thing is. People act funny, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? I've been around the most rappers, fam. You know what I'm saying? Stoner, don't worry. I'm going to DM. I never answer for anything. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm going to DM you. We're going to make a song. You know what I'm saying? All now I'm waiting for that DM. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why I respect who's kept it. Whoever I've met in the industry that still message me now, I respect them highly. Because I've met near enough everyone, bro. You know
because you reached out to me on Instagram, innit?
Yeah.
And I was like, we've never spoken before
never,
that.
Ever, nah.
Obviously, we know of each other, but we've never spoken.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, come on a show, man. Let's do a show.
Yeah,
you
let's do this, bro. I said, I want to meet you, G. Let's talk. Right.
So, in Barbados, you went there like 10 years ago, you said?
Yeah, that's like the last time I went. Yeah,
what is it like where you guys are from in Barbados?
Where man's from is the hood, bro. Like, when I say hood, I can't... anyone knows if you're in St. Michael's by the Red Sea, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I can't explain. It's the hood, innit? You don't get worse than where I am in Barbados. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
So you would not feel comfortable going there now?
Nah, now I've lost my sight. I will go on my block or whatever and go and say well I go on, but I'm not chilling. You get me? And we built a house in the hood because that's where right next to my nan's house. We built a house. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So like, man's stuck there, but I told Mumsy I'm not going. Like, I'll come and say whatever, but I'm not chilling around there. You gotta think now. Remember, like with my eyes and that now. So my eyes, where man live in Barbados is the hood. Yeah. Like it's bad, bro. Yeah. Like my cousin got killed in front of my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like 3-4 years ago. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's different now. I can't run no more. You know what I'm trying to say?
Them man, they're ruthless,
and they don't care who's out. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
It's obviously poverty and them things there.
It's sad, man. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. I get it.
Yeah, my man's hungry.
You know
that's a different type of hungry.
Yeah. I get it. Like I get it. Certain man can't even feed their kids, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? So,
that's a different type of hungry.
Yeah, man. So it's one of them ones. Like,
well, before we wrap up, is there anything you want to say to the viewers? Anything, questions, anything?
Just like, I just want everyone to like, even this COVID thing, what we're going through, just everyone, just make sure you stay positive and stay safe, man. Just keep your heads up, man. Don't let nothing get to you. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I just want to say before we finish, like I said in the podcast, man, like, man, trust me, man, your character's strong character from what I can see, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, just keep being positive, bro.
Yeah,
because trust me,
for sure.
Like, man's be on about, like, this person's inspiring, that person's inspiring, bro. Yeah. You're inspiring, innit?
Yeah, thank you,
You understand? Because, be real with you, a lot of people, they'd be like, it's a rap.
Yeah,
man's done that here, you know. That would be a lot of people's attitude, you know.
Yeah,
you know, like, just quick thing before we finish.
Yeah,
you know, like in our religion, that we had like people, like scholars who were blind, scholars like someone, you know, an expert in Islam,
yeah,
and they were blind, couldn't see. And bro, our religion is based upon reading a lot, isn't it? Arabic is reading. Is a lot of the knowledge is reading.
Yeah.
And these man became like the biggest scholars in history.
Yes. Yeah, man. You see being, sorry to cut you, being blind, your memory is so intact. Yeah, like, wow. It's what, I think it's your biggest thing, your memory. Do you know what I mean? So like when I'm doing my music and that, I can't write lyrics, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there in half hour in silence, beat on whatever. All right, cool, I'm ready now. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
You know, one of the scholars that he if you read one page to him,
you know it.
He memorized it straight away.
Telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
And I was like, what?
It's mad.
I can't memorize like a line. He would memorize a whole page,
it's
you know.
Mad.
So man, God bless you, man. Like, trust me, that's big though, to not let it just completely get you down.
Yeah.
And just to keep pushing forward, man. I want to thank the viewers watching. And guys, share, subscribe, and like. And hopefully you enjoyed the podcast. I'll be back soon with more.
Love.